Our first guest is taking a classic dessert to a whole new level just in time for the holidays. Here to share her unique apple pie recipe, we welcome back cooking instructor Katie Cook.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Nice to see you.
This is big baking season.
It is.
Everybody's busy.
So much going on.
Making their own concoctions.
Yes.
You have a great idea for us.
I do. So, upon doing some recipe research for a wine dinner that we had at Middle Ground Farms a little while ago, I learned about a Southern classic where they actually replace apples with green tomatoes, like entirely.
No apples.
No apples.
Okay.
I am finding the middle ground here.
I like
Little
that.
half and half.
I see what you did there.
So I did some recipe testing, and I really love this. The tartness of the apple the tartness of the green tomato kind of bites through, and it's something to do with all these leftovers, right?
Sure.
Like a lot of people are still pulling green tomatoes out of their garden while they're breaking
true.
everything down. So rather than pickling everything, and don't get me wrong, that's delicious too.
We love a pickle.
Finding a way to incorporate it into other things.
That's a great idea.
Right.
Well, and why not mix it up and try something new?
And it's so fun.
Okay.
So I've rolled out the bottom crust here, and just some little tips about pie baking that we're coming up on. First of all, you want to keep your dough as cold as possible when you're working with it.
Okay.
So put it in the refrigerator after you make it and let it rest. And then after you assemble your pie, if you have time, you want to put it back into the fridge.
Oh.
The idea is that when you put it into the hot oven, all of those little tiny pieces of butter, which you should still be able to see, you shouldn't be mixing your dough enough that it's like a homogeneous looking thing like what you buy at the grocery store.
Okay.
It should be speckled with butter. And all those little pieces of butter, when they go into the hot oven, after it's all rolled out and looks beautiful like this, you're hoping that it goes directly from a solid to a steam and skips the liquid stage of matter.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's so many science
All the
lessons while we're
science
cooking.
things.
Okay, sure.
So,
makes sense.
The thing I was most excited to talk with you about today, though, was lattice. We're gonna
right.
roll out and do the lattice
That's kind of
top
the
for this.
intimidating part for a lot of people.
I think it is too, which is why I was like, oh, that'll be the perfect thing
'Cause
to
this
share
is
with my friends
basically-
at Afternoon Live.
Tell me what you've done to prepare the filling here, because this looks, I could handle this, right?
Yes. So I cut everything up into 1/4-inch slices, and then I tossed it with regular sugar and brown sugar. I like to use a combination of tapioca starch and cornstarch for my apple pie or for my berry pie. And so I added that in as well, along with some salt and some lemon juice,
Yum.
some nutmeg, and I like to use Chinese 5-spice.
Oh, that makes sense.
When I'm seasoning it,
Why
because
not?
it has all of those other delicious flavors. So you have a little bit of ginger and clove and yeah.
Do you prefer to leave the skins on the apples?
I do.
Okay.
A lot of people peel. I really like the texture of not
I
peeling.
do too. I like a little extra crunch wherever I can find it.
It's kind of like potatoes, like mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
My mom always did mashed potatoes with the skins on.
Sure.
And even now as a professional that I know that you're like, because you want it to be so smooth.
Right.
Sometimes I will leave some of my skins on my potatoes. Like
It's
maybe like half of
rustic.
them.
It's
It
cozy.
is artisanal.
Love that. Okay.
So I'm piling this.
That's a big pile.
Yeah, I'm piling this up. That's what we want.
Okay.
So now we're gonna roll out our other piece of dough. You'll notice I save my scraps because you can like cut them out with a little leaf cookie cutter, and you can put them on top of your lattice when you're done. I've also seen some really cool designs where people make like an octopus for the top layer of their pie.
All right.
So you can get pretty creative, but we're just gonna do straight up lattice today.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll this dough, and every time I roll it, I'm gonna turn it so that way I can maintain kind of my circular shape.
That's
also
the hardest part to begin with.
And a big thing is that when you go to chill your pie dough after you make it, you want to make sure that you're actually shaping it into a circle before you put it in the fridge.
Okay.
Make it be a circle, make it be a disc before it goes in,
Not just a blob of any shape or size.
It's easier to maintain a circular shape rather than like trying to make a circle out of an amoeba.
Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So
look at this.
We're just about, because we need enough to cover the whole pie.
Okay.
This is going to be so fast, okay? The more strips you do, the more challenging your lattice is going to be. So unless you have a lot of experience, I recommend kind of pacing yourself the first time around.
Like an inch or so, or even
Yeah.
wider than that?
Inch, half inch.
Okay.
But that's why you'll see all different shapes and sizes of lattice.
Right.
If I was not doing this in a hurry to get through
Right.
this
We're doing
segment,
this live on television, so this is the
it's going a
TV
little bit-
magic version.
I would use like a ruler and measure
Sure.
and make it be
Precise.
precise.
Okay.
Okay. So
Those look pretty good, though. I think we're
not
off
too
to
bad.
something
Not
here.
too bad freehanding it.
Okay.
We're gonna go 1 and then straight across 2.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to the next one.
Okay.
Okay, and the next one. And I'm starting at the longest and going out. Then, this is where people get confused.
I'm so nervous.
This is where people get confused.
Okay.
So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to place this, flip this guy up and place this underneath and then
Okay.
flip it back. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side.
I'm still
Flip
with you
up.
so far.
Right?
Yes.
Okay? Now,
Uh-oh.
we're gonna
Who flips next?
we're gonna flip this one next.
Okay.
I love that.
The crew is agreeing.
Everyone's following
They're
along. They're like,
nodding. They're saying,
I
"That
could
looks
do this.
good, yes."
This is okay. This
Okay.
is possible. Okay, flipping it back down. Now we're gonna flip up
Two. Getting crazy.
Whoa.
It's getting crazy.
and 2 up here.
Okay. That's not so bad.
It's not like once you break it down, it's not too scary.
Because you only flipped 1 or 2 at a time to get all this.
Yeah, people
That's
just
pretty good.
People kind of get intimidated.
Yeah. Okay. And you just have, oh, perfect. Look at this.
So because it's the same size as the one we did before,
There you go.
it rolls out.
You just did it. Ta-da! That was amazing. Okay.
Breaking it down.
This feels like we could get this done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie.
You are
and then,
so
yeah, you
welcome.
pinched, yeah, we can
Pinch
do
it
this.
all together.
We can do this.
Do a little
We get
egg
it.
wash.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The pressure was on.
That might be the
You
fastest
pulled
lattice
through.
I've ever done.
Amazing. We'll have more about Katie on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.